Andy, great to see you as always.
You too, my man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. So you've been out for a few months now, but I saw on your Instagram you were out working in a different place.
Yeah, we went on a little holiday as a camp, and we had fun. Ate good food, and just see how it would be to train in a new environment.
Just seeing you putting the work in there, you must be glad to be back.
Yeah, for me, it's about getting the experience. Being active. You can never please boxing fans. So, I've said publicly I want big fights this year. There's so many names, potential names for big fights. But in the meantime, I want to be active. I don't just want to be still or not active, not being occupied in the boxing ring. So I don't take no one lightly. I'm taking this fight just like I'll take any other fight. And I just want to be active.
Yeah, and your opponent, Marko Nikolic, he's only had 3 defeats in 35 fights, so he's not a slouch.
Exactly. So from what I hear, he's had 32 wins. That's no one you can take lightly. I don't care what level you're at. I don't care if you're a world champion. I don't take no one lightly. So he's beat 32 people for a reason, and he's only lost 3 times for a reason. I've got 3 losses on my record. One of them's, again, I will debate until I retire. But again, I've still got 3 losses on my record. And he's had a lot more experience than me in a professional boxing ring. So I'm going to try and put on an entertaining performance for the fans.
And the ones you did lose that you don't debate were those pesky Russians, wasn't it?
I actually don't. No, I went in there. I put it all on the line. I gave my all, and I will continue to give my all in the sport until I retire.
Well, when I saw you, that interview after Beterbiev, it's the most upbeat I've ever seen someone who's lost. You were just taking the positives, and you gained such a lot of credit from that fight.
I've been through a lot in life. And I've shown it time and time again. Through COVID, when I had all these family members pass away, etc., I still went on camera and I tried to remain as positive as I could. So again, in defeat in a boxing ring, what's that compared to losing family members? So I will always try to be as positive as I can. I will always try to see the good in everything. And again, to this day, I've still given Beterbiev his hardest fight. And again, I was close to winning it. I was ahead on the scorecards, but again, got caught with a shot. And that's sometimes what experience can do.
Well, I saw a few interviews with boxing people before Beterbiev caught Callum Smith, and a couple of them thought, oh, well, Callum Smith will give him a much better fight. Didn't look that way to me.
Exactly. I'm not here to badmouth any fighter, but at the same time, I feel like it just helps. It helps in giving me a bit more credit. I take on these challenges. It don't matter who they are. I fought Kovalev when he was at his best. The only person he lost to at that time was Andre Ward. And then again, I fought Beterbiev, undefeated, 100% knockout ratio, gave me his hardest fight. Again, both fights, I believe in myself I'm going to win, because I'm a warrior at heart. I'm very limited in experience to amateur fighters, but I've got that belief in myself. I think that's why I'm giving the performances I'm giving.
Yeah, just put it another way. Again, I don't want to, put the boot into Callum Smith at all, but let's just say that last fight, Beterbiev, has put your performance in perspective and just showed how good it was.
Exactly, and I believe on some platforms it won Fight of the Year. I think it was deserved as well. Both fighters cut. The only thing was missing was putting Beterbiev on the canvas, but again, I hurt him a lot of times as well. There was times where I was on top in the fight, and then no one's ever pushed him like that. So again, he's human, he can be beat. He does look like he's getting better, as you've seen off his last performance. But again, I'm not here to badmouth no one else.
No.
Talk about what negative things that were put in the media, because I wasn't there. But again, I've said it out in the open. I've said it to people that in my team as well. I'll fight Beterbiev again. I want the big fights, and just need to work myself back up to get to that point.
Would you fight Callum Smith? Because he said if he was offered the fight, he'd be happily take it. Exactly,
and I'm the same. So for me, if a fight makes sense, everyone's being paid fairly, something's on the line, the fight makes sense, it's for something. I've shown that I don't shy away from nobody. I don't shy away from no challenge. Again, Callum Smith, Buatsi, Beterbiev, Bivol, all these names, Dan Aziz, all these names that are labelled now in the world rankings. Again, I'm open to fight.
Brilliant. And you mentioned both of those, Beterbiev, Bivol, fighting. That's some fight. How do you see that going?
Again, as a boxing fan, I'm excited about that fight. I do see Beterbiev winning. I know Bivol has been technically perfect so far. He has been hurt a few times, so has Beterbiev. But I just don't see how Bivol is going to keep him off for 12 rounds. That's literally it. How is he going to keep Beterbiev off for 12 rounds? And that's why I would say over the stretch, I think Beterbiev will eventually catch up with him.
And what is likely to happen, which would work in your favour, is the belts breaking up after that fight?
Exactly. And even if the belts don't break up, everyone knows my personality and my mentality. I'm going for the world titles before I retire, and eventually I'll get there.
Okay, and just final question, going back to this fight, why should people tune in? What's going to happen?
Because I'm the most entertaining and exciting fighter in British boxing, I believe. Everyone knows when I get in the ring, I look to put on a performance, and I try to give people their money's worth. Because you know, when I go to a boxing match, or before I was even boxing, I went to any sort of sport. You want to see the knockouts, you want to see the goals. If you're watching football, you want to see the big punches. So I try to give that to the boxing fans that are actually paying and supporting the sport.
Just saw you on the bag there, and you said hits harder than a cruiserweight, hits harder than a heavyweight.
Exactly, and I think I do. And I've sparred a lot of heavyweights as well. They say you hit harder than, and they mention names, and I'll be like, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, listen, it'd be great to see you back out again, Anthony, and good to talk to you as always.
Thank you, man. You too.